Hello everybody, and welcome to Meet the Determined. My name is Sean Graham, and I'm with CreatorUp. We've partnered with Special Olympics World Games Abu Dhabi 2019 to create a series of 360 VR documentaries that are going to take you not only across the UAE, but around the world, and introduce you to some of the most incredible athletes and people of this organization. When people think of Abu Dhabi, they often picture that. Giant, shiny skyscrapers coming out of the sand. However, it also has a very rich history going back over 250 years, and here we are at one of the oldest standing structures, Qasr Al Hosn. Let's go take a look. This is one of the first exhibitions here at Qasr Al Hosn, and I think it's a great example of how Abu Dhabi has been able to take its culture and its history and blend it with some of the newest technologies around. I mean, I wish I had one of these. This photograph was taken 114 years ago, and it not only shows what Al Hosn looked like in its original structure, but it also shows Sheikh Zayed I, who was the longest continuous ruler of Abu Dhabi, and he set the foundations for the modern nation we now know. In 1966, Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, father of the nation, came to power. It is thanks to him that Abu Dhabi is now known as a global city. It is because of his leadership and his vision that all 7 emirates were united as one. After 11 years of restoration, Qasr Al Hosn is finally open to the public just in time for Special Olympics World Games. Located in downtown Abu Dhabi, the contrast of old and new is unbeatable. Just take a look around. While Qasr Al Hosn represents one of the oldest landmarks in the UAE, now we'll take a visit to one of the country's newest cultural marvels, the Louvre Abu Dhabi. It is the first universal museum in the Arab world, bringing together art from all different cultures from the ancient times to the contemporary era. We are now standing underneath the dome of Louvre Abu Dhabi. This dome is 8 layers thick. There's about 8,000 stars that have been created. Pretty incredible, and despite the fact that we've brought you here in VR to try to give you a glimpse into what this is like, you really have to be here to experience it. Not only is it friendly for children and adults, you might run into some animals, both real and imaginary. So now I am in the Children's Museum of Abu Dhabi, and as you can see around me, a lot of the displays are also lower because they want to be at the level where children can play. And again, this is called Animals Between Real and Imaginary. So if you see me as a real person, you can also see behind me, I'm an imaginary antelope. Now I am in the Manga Lab at Louvre Abu Dhabi. This is another great example of the kind of collaborative effort of different cultures around the world to create art. And then we, as the attendees, get to come in and express ourselves and color it in as we see fit. This installation actually has 5 components to it. There's the expression walls here, where we as individuals get to come in and make our own art. There's the arcade over here if we want to play. There are the chill and read sections in the back. And then right here on the opposite side of me is actually the VR lab, where you can engage in virtual reality versions of a lot of this artwork. So have some fun, like she is. This is one of the final sections of the Louvre. There's art from Saudi Arabia, there's art from the Emirates, there's art from Australia, there's art from the US, and of course this piece right here, which is designed by one of the most famous Chinese artists, Ai Weiwei. It's meant to represent the Tower of Babel, which is another metaphor for the diversity of humanity and the ways that we can find more similarities than differences between ourselves.
When he was born, we didn't have any idea about Down syndrome. The idea that the doctor gave it to us, it was Like I felt he will not smile, he will not do anything at all. When he smiled, I was so happy. I told all the family he smiled.
We are really proud of Omar now. The word cannot is not existing here. So we turn every cannot to can. Yes, he can do this, he can do that.
As we celebrate the 50th anniversary, we want a future where people with intellectual disability, people with determination are recognised for what they can do, not for what they cannot do. So from going to really providing a service, our athletes are now providing a service to us in a leadership role. So they're very much the leaders of the organisation. We're very excited about the upcoming games in Abu Dhabi, and we chose really to go there because of the openness that we saw in the society and in the people there.
Over 192 countries, 7,500 participants will be coming to Abu Dhabi. We will be able to show them our hospitality. We will be able to talk to them about the rich culture that exists within the United Arab Emirates, our inclusivity, how we are able to welcome people from all over the world.
UAE is a wonderful country. You will enjoy your time there. Feel free to go around, explore the cultures and meet people, and you will enjoy it. You will enjoy the beach, you will enjoy visiting different museums, and also you're providing different educational sessions and of course cultural activities that I'm sure that you will enjoy it. Go to the desert, it's beautiful, it's peaceful.
We want to make sure that we leverage this global event to promote inclusion for people with intellectual disabilities, and really utilizing this as a platform to create positive social change for everybody involved. It's really simple. It's about thinking about people of determination or people with disabilities as key members of our communities, as not only participants but key drivers of our economy, our health and education sectors. But also think inclusion needs to be a normal way of working, not an exception.
All these incredible athletes needs your support. You come to the game, cheer them and support them. We want to welcome you all in March 2019 for the biggest humanitarian event ever.
UAE team!
The UAE has proudly spent years preparing to host the World Games just in time for the 50th anniversary of Special Olympics. The entire country has established itself not only as a leader in the region, but on a global scale. A vibrant economy, a cosmopolitan population, and a future-oriented culture have created an unequal candidate to host the Games.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا